Yo, crypto nation and mining family. Crypto nation and mining family. What's going on? Of course, like always, it's not financial advice. Yo, crypto nation and mining family. What's going on, everyone? So, this one I have that I'm bringing to you guys is going to be a little bit of a tutorial. But before we get started, would you like to get some awesome gear like this or like this? Yo, check this out, guys. HotRodMining.com, where you can get all your mining gear and needs. So you can get some awesome hats, amazing shirts, some jackets, some awesome HODL shorts. Oh, that HODL life. Oh, and of course, what would a mining website be without some PC equipment? Now, Shopify does not like the fact that you sell anything that is straight up mining related, so I can't like sell everything. But what I can sell is something that I also use, guys. So MX4, I use this stuff on all of my GPUs. I wish that Arctic would like sponsor me on something like this because I use a lot of it. I mean, dude, check out how big of a tube this is. It's like, what is this, 45 grams of this stuff. That's how much I go through. I thermal paste. I mean, it gets hot. Oh, time to thermal paste. Clean and thermal paste it. That's how I roll. Talking about roll, let's roll right into today's awesome information. So, you guys know that I don't look at charts too often, so this is kind of where I'm starting at. So, Monero, guys, this one's going to be all about that privacy coin. Why is that? Because on the 30th of last month, Monero forked over to their new algorithm, Random X, guys. So, it is a great privacy coin that they are trying to make sure that they are ASIC resistant. They want to try to be CPU and GPU mineable only, which is nice. But again, they are only resistant to that idea. I'll follow up with that in a little bit and why I'm like putting down the whole idea of resistant, right? But if you're looking to be private, don't be buying these coins off an exchange. Why? Because it's not very private when the exchange knows how much Monero you just purchased. So the only thing that's going to do at that point is it's going to give you privacy of what's in your wallet and if you move it. So with that aspect, if that's the only thing that you're worried about, you don't care if they know how much you have of Monero, then certainly, grab it from the exchange. But if you're trying to truly be anonymous while using Monero, there's only a few ways you can do that, okay? One, you got to make sure wherever you're using the Monero that there's no KYC, AML, so they're not trying to get your name, your address, your phone number, personal information that will track your spending habits, okay? So that's one. Two, if you mine it directly to your own Monero wallet. This way you have Virgin coin going to your Monero wallet. Not that you're going to do anything nefarious or anything, but if you're just wanting to make sure that what you spend your hard-earned money on, whether you're going to the movies, taking your girlfriend out, whatever it may be, you want to just be anonymous with what you're doing because you don't believe that people should know you bought a cup of coffee. You don't want you want to leave the least amount of a digital footprint. You would have to mine your Monero and then never use it on anywhere that knows who you are. So that's just that my two Satoshis on that topic, guys. So let's go ahead and dig into today's little feature, which is going to be teaching you all how to mine Monero on your PC, guys. So if you hop up over to XMRigcom, links are of course down below. You'll be brought right to here, and you'll see their little note that the Monero changed proof of work algorithm to RandomX on November 30th. It's already passed it. It's December 3rd, guys. Yo. So we're gonna go over here and go right to the downloads list. So boom. The 5.0.1 is the old miner. Don't use it. It doesn't work as effectively as their new one, which has a lot of updates in there to run your CPUs more efficiently. Now, I will say this. If you have an AMD CPU, you will do better than any Intel. Okay, just to let you know that you will spend more electricity mining on an Intel chip than you will on an AMD chip for hash rate to wattage used. That ratio, you want to make sure that you have a high hash rate to wattage used. Intel will not give it. So unfortunately, my 13-year-old PC that's got an AMD in there will probably mine harder than most CPUs that are Intel out there, just because of the fact that it's an AMD card, a CPU. AMD has the win for this one, especially because of the way that they do memory allocation and RAM for the AMD. It's done a little bit more effectively, at least from the mining standpoint. So we're going to go ahead and click on this, and it will bring you right to here, guys. So this is GitHub. If you have never seen GitHub before, this is where all of the open source software goes. Okay, if you see it here, it means you got open source. You can verify the code on there and all of that good stuff. Even make changes and make your own, because it's all open sourced, guys. So as you see here, XMRig released 3 days ago, 5.1.0. So this is the latest XMRig. Baller, right? And then you scroll down here to where it's got your assets and stuff like that. You can sit there and pick out which OS you have. If you're running Linux, you're going to be building this in a whole different way. This tutorial is going to be setting up XMRig on Windows 64-bit OS. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on the Win64 zip. Remember how I was saying, you download that 7-zip. Like I said, all the links are for everything that you're going to need are down below. So go ahead and double click this, and you'll see, bam, it's dangerous. Chrome has blocked it. Don't worry, guys. Chrome will always block all the miners, so you will have to go around that. So as you can see here over to the right, it's got a show all button. I'm going to go ahead and click that. It's going to bring you right to your downloads, and it'll show that it's got it removed from list or keep dangerous file. Well, since I already know that this is a legitimate file that's not dangerous in any way, shape, or form. I mean, Chrome is trying to prevent you from downloading malicious software that will basically steal computing power for somebody else, which I'm okay with. It's just you got to know to do this one little step. So go ahead and keep the dangerous file. It's going to ask you, are you sure you want to do this? Yes, Mom, I want to do this, right? All right, so now it is downloaded. I can go ahead and close this out. And from here, I really don't need this open. Everything I'm going to need is right here. So this is my downloads. I can go ahead and click and drag that out of my download section, and I can go ahead and close that out because I don't need that now. And I like to organize all of my mining programs that I test with. So I will put them all into one nifty little spot. So I'll go ahead and put that in here. Now you see I'm just moving around a little zip file. So itty bitty little file, moving it around. Now I've got it in my organization. And I can go ahead and right click this and it pulls up this. Now remember, I've already downloaded 7-zip, which will extract the zip file out. And I've also downloaded Notepad++, as you can see right here. So first step is I hover over 7-zip and it says extract here. So go ahead and extract it right here. Bam. Now you see it's part of the list right here. Now you can go ahead and double click on this, double left click it, and now you're actually in the miner itself. So from here you have the configuration on here, so the config.json file, the SHA-256 sums, start the command, you got XMRig executable, and then you got XMRig no TLS executable. The last two things you will not need to worry about. So the only two things you're going to play with is going to be the configuration.json and the start command. Okay, so we're going to come over to the JSON file here. We're going to go ahead and right click this bad boy. Okay, so of course it would help if I right click on it and not off of it. And after you've downloaded Notepad++ and extracted that out, boom, you'll have it here too. You won't have to do anything special to bring it into this window. So you go ahead and click on there. Boom, it pulls this up. All right, so let me go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. So you can go ahead if you wanted to give your rig a name, rig 1, ID null, is what it's going to be. So it'll default to rig 0 is what it'll default to. Some of the stuff you will not need to worry about. Okay, guys. So for the mode, I have it in auto. This is how it is when you first open it up. I do not mess with the mode on here. You can sit here and set up some certain things to so that you're manually configuring everything. Okay, so it's easier to just let it auto tune it. Done. If you wanted to, let's say you did not want to mine with the full power of what your CPU can give, you can put it down to 50% if you would like to. I'll keep it at 100%. And then the other thing, it's got donate level. I will change that to 1. You can't put 0 in there, guys. It will not run. So much of your hash power has to go back to the devs. The donation level 1 is the smallest donation that you will give. Okay, so go ahead and set the donate level to 1, and you're good to go. And then when you see down here it says pools, you'll see this spot here. It says URL, and it's got donate.v2.xmrig.com, and then colon 3333. So we have the pool and the port number. So we have who and what door to knock on, right? And then of course you got your wallet address. If I were to plus go, it would actually just donate whatever hash power I have right to XMRig.com, and I'd be mining to their wallet. So I'm going to go ahead and change this right now. And of course I've got that. Oop, I needed my pool URL because I've got a bunch of them. and it's easier just to copy what I use and paste it. So I will go ahead and left click and hold from the D to the last 3, and then from here I right click, it opens this up, and then I just hit paste. If you got, for those of you that have never done this before, some of you are gonna be like, oh god, really, this is basics. Sorry guys, this is for, some of this is for people who have never done this before. Alright, so now I've got the URL in there, so I've got the website and the port number in here. Next thing is putting in the wallet address. Now I went to Monero's own website and I grabbed their donation address. So this is not my address at all. I will be fundamentally clear on this one. It is not my address. Copy, and then I'm gonna left click, hold over the Y and bring that to the last S and paste, and now it's got the donation address in here. Okay, password X. Depending on your pool, you can sit there and use your email address for the password, and then you, on the pool side, you'll also have to put in your email address for there. This way you can get a, let's say you don't have a lot of hash rate, it'll take you a long time to get a payout if you can't change the payout threshold to be something a little smaller, and a lot of pools will not allow you to do that unless you have an actual email address attached into the miner. At least one. Doesn't have to be all the miners set up this way, but one has to. I'm not going to do that on here because this is for testing purposes, and I don't have a spare email address that I can throw in there that doesn't mean anything to me. So from here, the miner is pretty much set, guys. So go over to File and Save. That's all you got to do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make this a little small, and I'm going to close this out. So boom. Alright, so from here, guys, now I can go ahead and double click the start. Boom. Check that out. We are on Algo RX0, which is random X. It is on Monero Ocean, and it is accepting hash rate from there. If you guys are like mining on there and you know this is all you're getting out of it, and you're like, oh man, I need to do something for work, hold on, let me pause this, right? So you got to make sure that you're clicked on this and not somewhere else. That's one, okay? But you can sit here and simply press R, or I'm sorry, P. P for pause and R to resume. And now it's back to mining. So P to pause, R to resume. And if you're wondering what your hash rate is ever, you just have to press the letter H. Boom. If you notice that my hash rate is on the high side, 2,633.3 hash a second. Whenever, because I'm pulling video right now and doing a recording, this is my main PC. This is also has the most powerful AMD chip that I particularly own, which is a Threadripper 1900X 8-core. If you see here, we have 8 cores all mining away as hard as they possibly can while I'm pulling video. Because I'm pulling video, the CPU, my RAM is all being utilized a little bit. So basically, when I'm not pulling video, I have about 3,950 hash a second on the high side. So that's so you guys see the gauge on this. This is the only way that, I mean, if I had a second PC that I can pipe into this to pull video and all that good stuff, I would be able to show maximum hash rate on this. Unfortunately, I'm unable to do that. So I hope you guys find this very informative. So I can go ahead and blow this up if I really wanted to, and I can go hash rate. Oh, look at that. I can see my hash rate. I can pause this, or I can sit there and hit resume, of course, right, guys? Let's go ahead and pause this for a second. And remember, when it comes down to it, you after you've downloaded all the files and everything you need, you come in here, you right-click it, it opens up. And now that I have ran the miner, you can see that it automatically configured everything that for each one of the algorithms that this miner can handle. So the only thing that you need to worry about putting in is your URL and your mining wallet address. Now, granted, I've only utilized the donation pool address, so keep that in mind. You want to put your own, you have to get your own Monero wallet from wherever you're getting it from, and it looks like it did not care that I paused it. Really? Huh. I thought I paused it. I did. Okay, so it's just showing that it's paused. Okay. And it's not doing anything. Let's double check that. Oh, it is. Okay, perfect. Oh, that's right. I clicked on this, so it took me off of this page. Which you have to re-click on this, and then you can press stuff again. So I hope you guys found all of this stuff informative. If you have any questions or anything like that, guys, certainly drop some comments in down below. And while you're down there, guys, certainly smash that Lizzie like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and all that good stuff, guys. And like always, I will definitely see you all on the next one. Peace.